People like us, we don't get normal.
Why is it always a knife fight every single time you open your mouth?
今のディオには何ができるの時を止めてもスタープラチナが
Except for him. He's ugly on the outside too.
Not me, shorty. I'm beautiful.
動けるなら無駄ばかり言ってらんないよな丈太郎ならこのまま行けばスタンドで時止められるのかな
It's my way or hell, it's my way.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
I'll rip your head off and shit down your neck.
その頃にはきっとこのディオは死ぬだろう
Knock it off already.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
Half man, half animal. All dead.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Huge Jackman, and these are the Revengers, Iron Skull, and the current Majester of the Shi'ar Empire.
Wait, the what?
I can't tell if you gave me Iron Man or Red Skull. Either way, I'm insulted.
We're reviewing Marvel Disc Wars, a show about a group of kids who fight using the captured members of the Avengers to battle their villains for the right to control the Marvelverse.
This is just the Marvel equivalent to Pokemon, isn't it?
Yep.
This show follows Akira and his friends as they collect discs and try to restore the heroes to their original forms. Or at least that's what I would like to say, if they didn't crowbar some drama about them no longer being able to spend time together after the Avengers are restored.
I know it's supposed to be a kids show, but it's insane to think about that kind of mentality where the kids think it's okay to keep people enslaved because they're worried about not hanging out afterwards. Especially when Earth's mightiest heroes are needed to save the world every other Tuesday.
Oh, please. They only enslaved a handful of superpowered monkeys. I believe you humans call those rookie numbers. When I was only 10 years old, I had already brought an entire planet of giant biomechanical insects to heal. They were always whining about flowers of life and something called the Triumvirate. I got tired of hearing about it, so I left them stranded there. They're someone else's problem now.
Why does that sound familiar?
Disc Wars was popular enough in Japan to get a 51-episode show, a McDonald's toy line, and a 3DS title. It eventually left the land of the rising sun for a Southeast Asian demographic, where it got its English dub, and was subsequently picked up by Disney to be inflicted on us at a later date.
It's based on my recent scientific findings. Want to hear it?
I'm listening. Balls.
Loki serves as the main antagonist, but shares the spotlight with Red Skull and the rest of Hydra. However, for the bulk of Season 1 until partway into Season 2, it's just the Team Rocket stand-in called the Celebrity Five, and whoever they wanted to throw under the bus. This can range anywhere from Silver Samurai to Magneto. Loki and Red Skull being the antagonists tell me someone in Japan really loved Phase 1.
Well, it's not exactly a hot take. You can pinpoint the exact moment the MCU failed as a concept, and that is when we begin calling this cinema kudzu by phases. Instead of the Iron Man series, the Captain America series, 19 Inches of Venom.
I definitely don't want to miss out on
19 inches of venom.
you know.
Balls.
Venom gets... Wait, wrong folder.
Oh, so, what about this one called...
Ah, look who's volunteered for airlock maintenance. Why don't you get right on that? Chop chop!
During an event at the raft to unveil a more humane way of capturing and storing prisoners, the Avengers and some X-Men are attacked by Loki as he frees all the villains there, by utilizing the same technology Tony helped develop.
Of course this is Tony's fault, why wouldn't it be?
With the eight-legged horsehavers, surprise Zerg Rush, overwhelming Earth's mightiest heroes, he easily encapsulates the Avengers and some X-Men inside handheld triangles. He also recaptures all the villains there just so he can complete the Pokedex. Not being one to pass up a little gloating, Stallion Maker 9000 inadvertently allows the kids to receive a different colored biocode, allowing them to summon the heroes to their aid for about 5 minutes. Then it has to recharge for about 6 hours before they can use it again.
Oh, he's just yakking on a bone. He got it up.
Sorry, I just vomited in the back of my mouth.
After the battle, casual racist Tony Stark
Didn't even know you were a superhero. What are you called? Samurai boy? Backwards cap kid?
Akira.
Balls. Balls of Steel.
Tries to figure a way out of the legally distinct Pokeball. Pepper Potts is left babysitting while the Goonies are either scolded or lectured by their respective Jiminy Crickets.
The toyetic elements of this show weigh it down. Some of the redesigns are neat, if a little over the top, but the kids being shoehorned in and forcing the heroes to only have several minutes of fight time is just plain bad. It's like Ben 10, but there were 5 of him. He didn't transform and just sat around being a side seat driver for the allotted time limit.
And the less said about the inexplicable and hideous battleizers they get in the last act, the better. No, seriously, this happens, and it's miserably bad. Truth told, this isn't even the most baffling thing to happen in the last quarter of the show.
Battleizers are such a dumb concept. Imagine being such a terrible Red Ranger you need more armor and bigger guns to fight the weekly villain. Especially in a series where you're just going to have a giant robot fight a giant monster in almost every episode. It was originally a US concept for the adaptations of Super Sentai. Of course, this didn't stop Japanese corporations from jumping on the trend. Any excuse they need to sell even more toys. I guess.
With the discs having been scattered to the 4 corners of the globe, Akira and the gang, with the help of S.H.I.E.L.D. and about 25 minutes worth of Avengers, attempt to track down and reacquire the discs before Spaldafari's booty call and the Celebrity Jeopardy can.
Please refrain from using ethnic slurs.
You think you're pretty smart, don't you, Trebek? What with your dago mustache and your grishy hair?
Look, what did I just say about ethnic slurs?
Alright, you are just actively making names up now. What in the nebulas is this Valdilfari? Well, I regret asking that. You monkeys' mythology was all written by crackheads.
And before you ask, yes, this is the same show where Koyasu voices Deadpool. No, he doesn't show up for more than 2 or 3 episodes. No, this isn't a JoJo reference. It's a Turn A reference.
手打ちにいたします。
さすが、どうぞ存分になさるがいい。
If it makes someone feel better, Wolverine is voiced by Steve Blum in the English dub.
Sorry, bub. When it comes to those two things, I'm the best there is or ever was, period.
In other news, grass is green and the sky is blue.
Speaking of the English dub.
Ah, the irony. Come on, laugh, it's irony. I'm Iron Man, get it?
Disney apparently hates Disc Wars so much, they refused to release a DVD or Blu-ray for it over here because the ratings were so bad.
Can you blame them? I barely knew a thing about your culture, and this slop just about turned me off from this franchise altogether.
At least the Buzz Lightyear cartoon got VHS tapes before it was stricken from the record.
Greetings, Galactic Alliance, Star Command, and miscellaneous space nobodies. I, evil Emperor Zurg, have just tested my new planet destroyer, patent pending, on Trade World.
Why do you have to make me sad?
Whoever was allowed to write this didn't understand the scale and power of some heroes. They treat Wolverine and Sabretooth like Superman and Darkseid. Sabretooth even fights the Avengers to a standstill before Logan shows up to help them out. I don't know how long translations take in Japan, but with how popular Disc Wars thinks the X-Men and Blade are, you might think it's somewhere between 5 to 15 years.
History is a strange thing, I suppose. Sometimes what feels outmoded merely becomes part of a cycle. That is the smartest thing I said all week, and I wasted it on this crap. I hate you both!
Everything's relative.
At least they got Magneto right.
I thought I was going down.
You are. Now.
Why are you dressed so funny?
Well, it's that time again. Being the equivalent to Dragon Ball Heroes, Disc Wars is what Japan thinks a Marvel crack-fic anime should look like, with its over-the-top character designs, terrible shonen hijinks, and ridiculous power scaling. It's right up there with the worst fan fiction I've ever had the displeasure to watch, like the 2011 Wolverine anime.
I shouldn't be surprised there's one, but I'll retch all the same.
It's made by Studio Madhouse. They also did a Punisher movie.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad.
They tell him not to kill people, and he listens.
Frank, don't kill them!
Never mind, it's terrible.
So, which one of you two clowns picked it?
Given your track record, Disc Wars was definitely your pick.
I'm not the one who picked Charge Man Ken to watch.
But you did pick Zenki.
Don't you dare lay that at my feet! Zenki was his fault. He recommended it to me.
Technically speaking, all of those were my picks.
Next time I'm in your solar system, I'm glassing your planet from orbit and throwing it into a nearby star. If I can get at least one of you, it will be worth the hyperfuel.
Bring it on.
Good night, everybody.
ねえねえハニーリンゴちょうだいスリスリスリスリ